It's 7.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, President, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. It's a pleasure to welcome you at this Founders Toastmaster Club. Today's theme is Pump Up Your Sales Success. Yeah, who cannot use successful sales, right? Yeah, I leave it to our President, Eddie, to give us an opening speech.
Yes. So thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Choi. So I want to get everybody pumped up, right? Because today is to pump up our sales. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get everybody excited about a meeting. So we got a lot of meetings coming up, all planned out by Bharat and everybody that is on the executive committee. We got a contest coming up. We got a lot of workshop coming up. So I want to get everybody excited to come to our meetings in the future. So our meeting is every second Wednesday and the fourth Wednesday of every single month. So we are on Meetup, we are on LinkedIn, we are on Facebook, we are everywhere. So look for us in all these locations and find our meetings. Sign up for the meetings and join us. So Bharat has set up a lot of this so that everybody can see a lot of the content that's coming up. But yes, we are all very excited. So I'm back to you, Joy, as Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Yes, and let me introduce how today is organized. First, we have one prepared speech from Karuna Karan, and then followed by table topics, which will be led by Manju Viswam. And yeah, during table topics, everyone is invited to participate, as this is a great opportunity to practice your impromptu speech. Yeah, and then we will have a break, and there will be a group photo. But let me also introduce the facilitator's roles of today, which is always very important, so that our events will be organized in the right way. And for today, that is our Zoom master, distinguished Toastmaster Coen Zhang. Yeah, Coen, maybe you can shortly introduce yourself.
Yes, the role of a Zoom master is to facilitate the online participants, and now we are all online. We used to run, we have also hybrid meetings, basically to admit people and mute and silence and share screen, but without which the meetings may not be successful. So it's an important role. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coen. And yeah, our accounter's duty is from today will be done by Ms. Sanaya Pakar. Very happy to see you again, joining from Dubai. Maybe you can quickly introduce your role of tonight.
Thank you, TMOD. My role as accounter is to pick out people's R's, so's, or all these small clutches that happen in between of his speeches. So that's my role.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sanaya. Then back to Coen, because yeah, he's also the grammarian today. Also a very interesting part. What is the word of the day, Coen?
So the word of the day is rise. In line with our theme tonight, pump up your sales success, right? You want to use rise, for example, in this theme, a use would be rise through adversity to reach success. Rise through the hardship in your life and rise through to confront your fears. I will be watching, listening to the use of the word of the day and also for the use of the English language, some good ones and some bad ones, and I shall give my report at the end. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Coen. And yeah, today our timer's role will be facilitated by Miss Sue. Sue, can you introduce your role and maybe also yourself just very shortly?
Yeah, hi, I'm Sue. I'm from Singapore. This is my first time visiting an overseas club. and especially for founders, Toastmasters. So my role is to keep time, make sure that we don't exceed our speeches, exceed the time allocated for our speeches, and also that we don't take too little time. I can't really share my virtual background. So what I'll do is be flashing cards. So green, yellow, red, and when time's up, it'll be this. Yes, thank you. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sue, and really special thanks. It's always very big honor that people from other clubs will help and join. So thank you very much for your participation. Yeah, there's also a workshop today about table topics, and that is done by Bharat. Help me, please.
Toastmaster Puneet from Pune Advanced
Puneet, yeah.
Toastmasters.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Puneet. Yeah, welcome as well. Yeah, I understand that I had it a little bit mixed up. So Toastmaster Puneet first with the workshop, and followed by the prepared speech by Karuna. Yes. Okay. And at the end of the evening, there will be the reports of all the facilitators. So yeah, then over to Puneet for the workshop.
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Choi. Just reconfirming, hope all of you can hear me, right? Clearly? Awesome. Raise your hand if you have decided to contest in table topics contest. Grammarian going, okay, I can see 1, 2, 3 people. Okay, what about others? Aren't you? Okay, Manju ma'am has finally raised her hands. Okay, you're planning to contest 5 times? Okay, but you can only contest from 1 club or 2 clubs. Okay, I can see Bharat also. I can see Deepa, Toastmaster Deepa, smiling. Are you participating, Toastmaster Deepa?
I have to think about it.
Okay, sure, that's okay. So the best way to enhance your Toastmaster learning experience is through contest. I can see Grammarian going pumped up, and thank you so much for acknowledging that. And I strongly feel the reason why I've been able to stick with Toastmasters is because of contest. Because contest not just help you improve yourself, but also gives out beautiful friendship during that process. Now coming to today's session, there are 3 fundamental important questions which we need to ask ourselves during table topic speech contest for that matter. First one, why are you saying what you're saying? Second, what is the key message which you're giving to the audience? In other words, answering the most important fundamental question who are listening to you. What's in it for me? And the third, the most powerful technique which I can ever give it to you, the most simple yet the most underrated technique. It starts with P. Does anyone want to guess what is that one powerful technique which is important for table topics? To ace table topics for that matter. Would love to have few guesses. It starts with P.
Presence of mind.
Very good. Nice. It is the most, what you can call it, okay, I'll give a synonym for that. We call it rehearsal. Now have I made your job easier?
Practice.
Preparation.
Practice, exactly. Practice makes progress.
Perfect.
Practice is the only thing which will help you to stand out from the rest of the crowd. And genuinely speaking, it is the practice which creates progress in any walks of our life. Now, coming to the technique, there are a few fundamental techniques. One is Oreo. How many of you love Oreo biscuits by Cadbury? Okay, I think that is loved by kids the most. I don't like Oreo, but still, the name of the technique is Oreo or prep. So the Oreo word stands for opinion. For example, let's say you have a topic. Slow and steady wins the race. What is your opinion on this topic? What is the reason? What is the example which you're giving? And finally, concluding with your opinion. So normally in our table topics contest, there is either a question which is asked or a famous proverb. It depends on these two. Mostly it will either be a question or a famous saying. For example, time and tide wait for no man. All leaders are readers. Or questions could be in the form of one of the questions which I encountered in District 92 in Karnataka, India it was a district topic which took me by surprise though. How would you manage vaccine distribution in Bangalore? This was a district table topics contest. So you also get such kind of very creative topic. If you are knowledgeable, you can answer. But coming to the point, for example, the more you practice is the most fun. The more you practice, the more you self-evaluate. And the third, repeat 1 and 2 again. It's the most simplest trick I can ever give. Because at the end of the day, it's practice which creates progress. And how many of us have been in that situation wherein after you have attempted a table topic and then you realized, maybe I could have spoken in this manner or I could have done a lot more better. How many of us have been in that situation? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bharat. You resonate, and I'm sure all of us would have at least been in that situation wherein we knew that, yeah, maybe I could have done this in a better way. I could have tried this out. And that is the feeling which is there within all the champions out there to improve. In fact, all world champion speeches also have scope of improvement, which does means that you are all future world champions in the making, because you always have that sense of improving every day. Now, one technique which I shared is Oreo. The other, a different synonym for that is PREP, which is point, reason, example, and point. Another technique being a pendulum technique, which is you justify pros and cons and yet take a powerful stance. For example, science is a boon or ban. You can say that science is a boon, justify, also gently touch upon bane, which is the cons of science, and yet again you come back to the pros and end it. The other technique being in a chronological manner, which is past, present, future. A topic could be kids of ours are more distracted. How will you justify this one? So you can share from past, present, future. Depends on which technique suits you. At the end of the day, I strongly recommend people to practice as much as they can and find out a standard pattern which suits you. It's about discovering your own unique style. And with regards to my perspective, my style is always choreo. Q-O-R-E-O. Q here represents quotes, because I'm a huge voracious reader. I love reading from books, especially autobiography, quotes, or my favorite podcast, which is Darren Daly. It's from a very iconic author called, the author is Darren Hardy, who has written an iconic book called The Compound Effect. Much recommended, and I always listen to that podcast when I'm driving towards work. So find something which you love the most. Have certain stories which can really help you. In fact, I'll share a few resources after this session to Toastmaster Bharat, who will share it with you. And having said that, what I genuinely feel is always this one. The more you practice, the more you self-evaluate, the better you become. And how many of us have the habit of reaching out to our mentors? Do anyone have the habit of reaching out to our mentors and getting it evaluated? Awesome. I can see Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi. I can see Toastmaster Bharat. Catch hold of your mentors and ask for their feedback, because they can really help you to discover your own unique style. Now, coming to the insights. In my opinion, table topics is a mini prepared speech. Some of you would be confused. What? I thought it's an impromptu speech. You are supposed to speak on the topic. But my friends, it's a contest and your friends are competing against each other. And so if you want to, okay, I am doing this speech. No, I'm not doing this speech as a pathway at DTM Cohen. So where were we? Can someone help me out? I just missed out on the
Yeah, we
train
were
of
talking
thought.
about.
Okay, yeah, it's a mini.
Prepared
I
speech.
feel that it's a mini prepared speech because it also needs to have opening, body, conclusion. Now, I have few questions to ask to the audience, anyone for that matter. What are your interests, your hobbies, something which you love doing it, something which has transformed you, something which you keep doing it regularly, something which has taught you profound lessons? Do anyone have certain stories like that? Would anyone love to share within 30 seconds?
Hey, I
Yes,
can go for
President
that.
Eddie. Okay, I saw President
Uh,
Eddie first. Next up, DTM Cohen.
I listen to a lot of books at all time, nonstop. I listen to it at 2.65 speed. So I listen to a lot of books.
Awesome.
So it
awesome.
changed quite a bit. You know, I learned quite a bit from these books.
Great to hear. Adding on, do you want to add something, DTM Cohen? I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Yeah, that's correct. I too read, but I read. I'm not listen to a book, but I read a book, the old-fashioned style. I try to read. Sometimes I can't catch up on reading, but there's one book that I recently found really good, which I think a book which you read and reread and reread again, and each time you read, you gain something new, and that book is Homo Sapiens. So if you have a chance, read that book. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That book is there in my bookshelf, but it's been a while I have postponed it because I have so many other books lined up. But yeah, that's the creative challenge where one needs to prioritize. But having said that, playing to your strength can help you win your contest. Playing to your strength makes you much more enjoyable. And I genuinely feel that the more you enjoy the contest experience, the better your chances of winning. I'll repeat that again. The more you enjoy your contest experience, the greater the chances of your winning. And I'll be honest in admitting, because what are the things which I'm sharing is more or less familiar with many people. It's just I'm sharing little experience of what has helped me and what can benefit you as well in that process. Having few stories in your arsenal, like in your kitty bag, will always help you. Now, generally, Toastmasters table topic speeches are always inspirational or motivational in nature. It's always the case, most often. So if you can document few important lessons which you have learned in your life regarding purpose, regarding certain values which you have learned, regarding relationship, just document 5 to 10 stories of yours will be really beneficial for you during contest season. And also, with regards to judges, if I want to add few lines, there are some times wherein you may not have understood the topic. You would have spoken something and it would have clicked well with the judges. In fact, the world champion of public speaking in the year 2017, Manoj Vasudevan, in his beautiful book, How to Be a World Champion of Public Speaking. It's a great book. I highly recommend everyone out here. So he talks about that sometimes when you attempt a table topic, sometimes you may not click with the table topic. Your points may not be logically in sync with the topic, but still your examples might resonate well with the judges and they can mark you high. For example, just to share, a year ago, I was attempting a topic in my club level contest called Charity Begins at Home. This was the topic which I got during my club contest. And I read this meaning of this topic long time back when I was in school, but I totally forgot what exactly is the meaning of this one. I literally don't understand the meaning of this. I somehow tried to, okay, charity means what we can add. Okay, charity means for me, it's good values. Good value starts from home. I tried somehow justifying the topic. In fact, one of the fundamental story which I added was that when you enter your first job or in your corporate world, a typical way of networking is through alcohol. Agree? How many of you have experienced this one? We network through alcohol. And I come from a strict Indian Marwadi Jain family. So a very strict family, very conservative, and forget about touching alcohol or drinking alcohol. I don't even know how alcohol bottle looks like. So when I was told during when my colleagues were telling, Puneet, if you want to get good appraisal from your boss, You have to network in this manner. I'm sure you'll get a good hike. To which I replied, sir, I don't want hike. It's okay. I cannot compromise value system because this is not what my parents have taught me. Now, once I was done with my attempt, the heart and soul of the message was we have to appreciate our family values because family values can help us guide during the most testing times in our life. That was my message. And once I was done with my speech, I just checked it. Charity begins at home, and I'm like, oh God, what did I speak? What did I speak? Okay, I have not even spoken related to the topic. Oh my God. Okay, fine. If I don't get plays, also that's completely all right. But thankfully, this story resonated well with the judges, and it does happen that sometimes your stories, when it connects well with the judges, they'll definitely mark you high. And I strongly recommend everyone to go through this judges ballot. I'll probably share it with Sir Toastmaster Bharat. This judges ballot criteria, wherein you will be rated among these following parameters. Number one, speech development, opening, body, conclusion, and where your transitions smooth enough. The second one, which is effectiveness, logic, directness. Are you enthusiastic about what you're saying? Achievement of purpose, and audience response, which is subjective in the virtual world, but still it's one of the parameters. Then physical appearance, body language, speaking area. How was your voice? Did you use voice modulation? Was the speech appropriate to this audience? And grammar. So this is how you'll be rated. And coming to the strategies or rituals which I follow, and some of my friends who follow, which I've seen. In fact, I have a great friend of mine called Toastmaster Abhinav Thakur, who is an entrepreneur. And every topic you give it to him will always include business stories. His strength is business storytelling, and he leverages it to the fullest. Likewise, there are people in this audience whose strength would be sports, pop culture reference, movies, could be adventure, could be any creative hobby or creative thing which you'll do in your spare time. So there are people who play with their strength. And I prefer to go with books because I feel that is a lot more comfortable. And some of the rituals which I follow is that I have this habit of noting down quotes or lessons in the blank pages of a book. So I would get how many of you have got Monday morning blues in your, have you ever experienced Monday morning blues? Okay, awesome. I can see one hand being raised. I used to have Monday morning blues when I was in my job. I somehow had to motivate myself because yes, job pays bills. So coincidentally, I started this habit of reading whatever quotes which I write. How you spend your day is how you spend your life. I'm just pulling out one quote from my memory bank. If your mind, Muhammad Ali once said that if your mind can conceive, your heart can believe, you can achieve. There are a few, and this is how I would read all the quotes. It was my daily ritual. I was following that for the 8 to 9 months, and that actually helped me in my contest as well. And there are times when I failed miserably also. For example, in my division contest, in fact, you can go against a topic. There's a topic which I got was slow and steady wins the race. I come from a generation which believes in being fast and furious. I said fast and furious wins the race. In today's world, it's not about slow and steady, which actually backfired because my stories which I shared did not sink in with the stance which I was taking. So there are a few potential failures which I've encountered. But having said that, there is a table topics group which we have created, wherein we encourage members to speak every day. Although we don't evaluate much, but it's a good way to practice. And it's been more than 3 years, more than 2.5 years, wherein my friend posts a topic every single day for the benefit of audience. Now the best tip which I can give from this session is practice as much as you can. And most importantly, self-evaluate. One of the most underrated skill is self-evaluation. And let's be honest, we all feel weird. We all feel a little strange to look at our own recording. Have you ever experienced that? Looking at your own recording. Oh my God. Oh, am I so horrible? Oh my God. Okay. But fellow Toastmasters, the only way you can improve is to observe your own recording. And there are few district speeches which I have seen, which I enjoyed the most. There are few templates which people normally follow, which has helped them a lot. In fact, I follow choreo, which is quotes, opinion, reason, example, and opinion. There are few Toastmasters who starts immediately with the story, connect with the topic, and share their learning. There is an anecdotal approach as well, wherein Toastmasters share two stories and give fundamental values. There are Toastmasters who start off with two questions, share their perspective, give one example, share their perspective, give one more example, and share their perspective. All of us have found our own people. I would strongly recommend to find your own unique style. I'll share certain resources in the group, so in the chat, which will be really beneficial for you to look at once this session gets over. Maybe I've exceeded my time, but thank you so much for listening patiently. And there are a few resources which I'm going to share with Toastmaster Bharat, which is going to help each and every one of us to improve. And yes, remember, practice, practice, practice. If you want to be a champion, practice like a champion.
Thank you so much, Praneeth, for this wonderful workshop. I don't know, is anyone has a question to Praneeth?
Thank you, Puneet, for this one. The mini prepared speech is the best takeaway I would take. Let us see how we can do that in the table topic session today. Challenge ourselves to prepare something and mix it with the topic there, whatever topic is thrown us, and we plan our 2 minutes before that. Wonderful suggestion.
Yes, I thought it was really valuable. If you can let me know if I summarize it well. My problem with the table topics, because I'm quite new in the Toastmaster club, my problem is that if there's a table topic and I just go completely blank, I have zero thoughts about that topic. And I think you described it also with charity starts at home. So I understand that, yeah, practice and then have like a certain expertise in your head, business stories or books that will help you. Because I'm not even going to the whole body opening and, I'm just like, okay, this is the topic, panic, well, zero thoughts. So is that correct? It's like having certain expertise, subject in your head, practice. But what do I do at the moment that I go completely blank?
That's a beautiful question. All of us have been there. In that case, the best thing you do, even before you speak, is to fully focus yourself and listen actively. If you cannot understand the topic, whatever you blabber is not going to connect well. Listen attentively. Listening is the first key. In fact, the reason why I named this session as on your mark, get set, speak. So on your mark here represents all the preparation which goes behind. Get set represents that few seconds where you listen to that topic. And speak. Speak represents, of course, the no-brainer. You speak out. Having said that, it's natural to have this tendency of blanking out. It's completely all right. But then one strong recommendation is to, if you can enhance your concentration skills, I think that would be focused in the contest. You just have only 2 minutes. We can at least focus for 2 minutes. Can't we focus for 2 minutes? We can do, right? It takes time. It takes practice. With practice, I'm pretty sure you will overcome all your challenges. In fact, I'll share a resources where there are more than 450 topics to Toastmaster Bharat. Practice in your free time. If you're getting bored, practice in front of your loved ones. Get feedback. Ask your mentors. There are 450 topics which you can practice at your disposal.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we will all have the opportunity to rise later on when we're participating with the if there is no further question, then we are moving on to our first speaker, Karuna Karan, and his speech title is Tax Deduction from the Government for R&D Expenses. Karuna will look at available tax deductions, and Karuna's pathway is Persuasive Influence Level 1, Research and Presenting. And maybe we can go to evaluator Deepa for his objectives. Deepa, can you share these?
Yeah. The speech has to be well researched in this particular speech, and he has to present with clarity. There has to be vocal variety. He has to make eye contact and use physical gestures effectively. And he has to be comfortable, and he has to engage the audience. These are the evaluation criteria. So
Yes.
Over to you, Choi.
Thank you very much, Deepa. So it's a 5 to 7 minute speech. So the timer will flash green for 5 minutes, yellow for 6 minutes, and 7 is red. Karuna is an experienced entrepreneur for many years. And last time he already enlightened us with a lot of subsidy information. And today he will introduce tax deduction to us. Karuna Karan, tax deductions in Hong Kong. Tax deductions in Hong Kong. Karuna Karan, over to you. You're muted.
We're going to talk about tax. So everybody get ready for a long, boring session. Okay. So we have here few participants from Hong Kong and many of the other participants from around the world. But as all of you know, tax is a boring subject. And right now we are in tax season. And I decided to take that up as a research project because it directly affects my business. Now, in my business, we have two major activities. One is sales, we buy and sell products, okay? And the other is we have a design team which does design. And it was only last year I realized I could actually take my R&D expense and give it to the tax department, and I could take it as a deduction. And it is not a $1 to $1 deduction. They would actually give me a $3 back. It was only last year I realized it. So, I've been running this business for like 20 years. It was only last year during COVID, when I'm sitting at home and sitting in the office, doing nothing, not traveling anywhere, I find this form called S3. It's downloadable from the internet for any business person. And it's a 2-page form. All you need to do is say, this was your R&D expenses, and this is what you spent on. And whatever is your profit, you get, for the first $2 million of your expense, you get 3 times. So that means if your profit is $6 million, you pay no profit tax on that $6 million. And anything about $2 million, you get a 1:2 times deduction. Okay, so this is exciting. And so I did it last year. And again, this is this year's tax time. And I get the audited sheet, and it's only then I realized, oh, I've got to get this done again. So I pulled on the form, and then I realized I need to share this information. I'm sure there are many of us here. We are an entrepreneur club, and many of us are startup companies, and many of us are spending a lot of money in R&D. How are we going to, because R&D is seen as a dead investment. We put money in, and most of the time we never get out anything. And sometimes we do get, and we get many, many times. So this was a very important topic that I thought I should share to my fellow members here, because all of us are entrepreneurs. So it's a very simple scheme. So auditors by themselves don't come and explain it to us. So you should go back and talk to your auditors. So now let's say a case study. I have this friend. He's a businessman. He's based in Macau. He's got this real estate company running across the world, and he's expecting to make about $5 million profit. So he decides that he will set up this. So he's got to pay a tax of about $825,000 on this $5 million next year. So he decides to set up this R&D company. He brings in R&D engineers, and he spends about $1.5 million for salaries, including capital goods. So he's into this battery charging equipment. So capital goods, he buys a Tesla car. And so he's got the $1.5 million expense. So, and he gets a deduction of $3 million. So his effective tax comes down to actually 82.5. He was earlier going to pay $825,000. He ends up paying only $82,000, and he's got an R&D capital expense, which is a Tesla car, and he's plus pocket of for $42,000. So now this could be used in many ways, but I'm saying it's pure R&D is important for any of us in business. Buying and selling, which many of us do, which all of us do as part of our trade business, gives us a constant revenue, but it is the R&D money which brings us that huge sales peak. And many times R&D is something that we find very difficult to enter because it's an upfront cost that we have to invest into our ideas. But if you have a running business which is giving profits, then it is important, it is a good idea for us to look into taking some of the profit, investing into an R&D, and we are sure that the government is going to give us a tax rebate. And these tax rebates, even if you have a loss this year, you could carry over this rebate for the next year up to 7 years. So, you could have 2 years of running negative in your profits, but your R&D expenses, which you have claimed on this S3 form, keeps adding up. And then in year 3, you have a profit. Here you go. You get back the profit, and you don't need to pay any tax on it. So this is something which I realized after 20 years of doing business. There was this little form which could save a lot of money and bring a lot of tension down when I plan my R&D budgets. So this is something I wanted to share with all of you. And as a takeaway, I want you to remember is 3 words, just 1 word with 4 letters, RISE. So RISE is R&D. I is for increases. S was for sales, and E is for exciting times. So I remember you, or I recommend all of you to remember this word RISE. And next time you want to increase your sales, look into investing into R&D, and be happy because our government is going to give you back as a subsidy, as a discount on your profit tax budget. So you are protected. So over to you, all my founder members. This is an idea that I wanted to share with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your speech, Karuna. Not only was it not boring, but you make it sound very easy to get rich by tax deductions. And I will hopefully soon also drive a Tesla. So we can maybe have the timers report for Karuna's speech now.
So he took 5 minutes and 59 seconds.
Perfectly within the time. Thank you very much. I think that then we are going to move to the table topics right now. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, let's have 1 minute silence for giving feedback to Karuna. Just 1 minute silence.
Okay, I understand that we are doing the Bharat style today. Okay, I will facilitate that. 1 minute silence, please.
So if you are taking 1 minute, please give some kind of comments, or else you can type in the chat box.
I want to say bye to everybody. Thank you so much for helping. Thank you. Karuna, we're all driving Tesla. We're all driving Tesla after this.
Yes, the Macau real estate investor tycoon.
Hello, Eddie.
Yes.
Have a nice time after you leave the meeting today. But would you like to attempt a table topics before you leave?
Oh, okay. You try to hold me for one. Okay, I'll do one. I'll do the
Good
first
job.
one.
Good job.
I'll not leave you. So
I was
before
trying to run
our
out, but I'll do one.
so before our Toastmaster introduces, without any formal introduction, let me give Eddie a topic. Eddie, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
So Eddie, if you get a chance to set goals for pumping the sales of a popular creative product,
Yes.
what would you do?
Setting,
and why?
Setting goals for an innovative product. And what would I do to set these goals? So these goals, I will basically prepare on how to actually make an appointment to tell somebody about this product. My next goal is to plan for a meeting. So the reason why is I want to set up these meetings and tell them about this product because it's an exciting product. It will make a sale after I make these appointments. So I want to actually tell them how exciting this product is so that people could actually know what's coming in my company. Right? We're all driving Tesla next year. So we want to let them know that we are successful entrepreneurs and we're going to tell them about these products and make an appointment. So we're not focused on the product itself. We're focused on the appointment. Make the appointment and then tell them about what we're doing. Tell them about a product and then ask them about their life. Ask them about their hobby and how we relate that hobby and their life to that product. So that's my plan, is to basically get that into the mind of my clients. Thank you so much. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Eddie, and thank you, Choi. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Yes, really wonderful. 100 points for you, Manju. Well done to grab Eddie before he leaves us. Yes, so please volunteer. Each speaker has 2 minutes, green light at 1 minute, yellow 1.5, and 2 minutes will be red. Yeah, we will have a vote for the best table topic speech at the end. And yeah, table topics, Toastmaster Manju is going to lead the session. Over to you, Manju.
Thank you, Choi, once again. Before I start, may I request, Cohen, do I have permission to share the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm Manju here for leading the Toastmasters table topic session today. Before I begin, I have a request to all of you. We are a short team today, so I might be inviting all of you to speak. Remember to use the phrase of the day, rising to the occasion. Now, also remember to set the standards for today, what our Toastmaster Puneet inspired us. If you want to be a champion, practice like a champion. This is a practicing stage. So remember, speak like a champion. Now, what is Toastmasters table topic session? It is the best part of a Toastmasters meeting, wherein you will be given a topic and it is an impromptu speaking. You can speak for 1 minute and up to minimum 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes. You will get a green signal from the timer at 1 minute, at 1 minute 30 seconds, yellow, and red at 2 minutes. All the guests are welcome to participate in this session. And remember, if you are ready to speak, that itself is a winning choice. So remember to take deep breath, listen earnestly to the topic, just like Toastmaster Puneet said. Think easy, think in simple things, just speak your mind. Enjoy your moment as a speaker. So today's challenge of this table topic session, apart from attending the 1-minute topic and organizing your talk, an additional challenge would be to describe everything that you speak in vivid imaginations, the color, shape, sounds, or directions, and the results will be splendid, will be amazing. I guarantee you. You will reap what you sow. So the first topic, who is ready to attempt the first topic? Are you ready? Everybody, are you ready? Yes? Yes? Okay. So the first topic, who is going to attempt the first topic? May I invite a very seasoned speaker so that we have a good model ahead? Probably Toastmaster Coin.
Okay.
All right, Toastmaster Coin, here is your topic. What is your thought about boosting a sales success in a company or any innovative idea? What is your thought about boosting a sales success? Or to your Coin?
I remember attending sales training. The speaker was there right in front, and thousands of people in the audience listening to every word that this trainer is speaking. And the trainer was very energetic. And he was going, rah, 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 you know, you must do this, you can do this, you will do this. But my mind went blank. It went blank because that was the trainer's idea. For some reason, it didn't filter through me. It didn't filter through me because I did not feel that I had a team to do so. For success, I feel that yes, there's a lot of training on being mentally prepared. But I feel that we need a team to execute. A team where each one is good in the things that he or she does. And when we package together, when we execute together, when we go towards the common dream or to the common goal and share the success together, I believe when you set this up, your team will be successful. I have not seen a salesperson who is tremendously successful on his own. I've seen that every successful salesperson always attributes something to somebody else. It may be his or her spouse. It can be the colleague. It can be even, in fact, a rival or competing colleague or of another company. But someone just makes him rise to the top, gives him that momentum, that wish, that desire to reach to the top. So in conclusion, in order to reach the sales success that you want, maybe you can start thinking about the sales success for your team. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Coin. Let's take just 20 seconds to settle the idea of Toastmaster Coin and request everybody to put in your thoughts of what Toastmaster Coin said in the chat box. Engage yourself with Toastmaster Coin. Take just 20 seconds. Okay, I hope you're ready. So who is our next speaker? Who is ready? Yes, I see VP Bharat showing his hand. So next topic is, what creative work would you do to get more happiness for your customer? As a sales representative or a business owner, what creative work would you do to get more happiness for your customer? Over to you, Toastmaster Bharat.
Sales, sales, and sales. Everyone running after sales. They just see that number, the pyramid we have to reach. Nobody cares for me, the customer. For me, when I want to sell something, I want to go deep in your mind. Imagine the satisfaction you will derive once you use my product. I will sell some lotion to our fellow Toastmasters to grow hair on their head. Imagine someone sold a cream which created some black spots on the head rather than hair on the head. How would you like that? I'm sure you will dread this kind of a situation. By telling a story, by making you the Bollywood star with a lot of hairs on your head, I can sell. But can I repeat sell? Can I satisfy my customer? Can I bring happiness to him? Of course, seeing a scarred top bald would be worse than having no hair at all and make them so unhappy. There is some people here who do research on their products. For me, I am going to make sure that the company I choose to sell the products for does a lot of research and ensure that the consumers are happy with the products. Going back, sell something you believe in, sell something which brings happiness to your customers, and you will top the sales. Back to you, Toastmaster Manju.
Thank you, Bharat. So that's definitely the whole purpose. It is about that passion that you show. So again, 20 seconds time from now, 20 seconds for you to engage with Bharat. Put in your thoughts to what he said while I share the screen. Also, if you liked his speech, please give him any comments to improve. Again, table topics is the speech as well. Okay, back to you, the audience. How are you feeling? Are you feeling excited to speak more, to pick up a topic? Yes? Yes. So, Deepa, would you like to take the topic next?
Okay.
Yes, our next topic. If you get a chance to, okay, our Eddie has already taken this topic. Deepa, if you wish to learn something new to improve sales of a product you manage, what would you be doing and why? If you wish to learn something new to improve the sales of a product you manage, what would you learn? All right, Deepa.
Yeah.
All the best
If
and over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Manju. If I wish to learn something to promote the sales of a product that I manage, what should I do? That makes me think about what is it that I do and how can I take it to a different level? How can it rise to a different level? I am a designer. I design logos. I design websites. I do, so those are my products. And what does it mean to a customer? Through the logos that I design, I elevate a customer's brand. And through the websites, I disseminate, I make their companies rise to a different level. So how can I learn something new? Actually, I'm always learning something new about my product and how my product can make my clients' lives better and make their sales graphs rise. That's what I'm doing all the time. So it's actually lifelong learning. As a person, as an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a small business person, and I really need to make sure that whatever knowledge I get is actually state of the art, and it is something that is going to keep my clients, my customers, whatever advice I offer them has to be the best. So I have to read, I have to look at all the I work at the intersection of art, emotion, and technology. So I have to read stuff like, I have to be in touch with the publications like Wired. I have to learn all the latest tech stuff. I have to learn about human psychology. It's a lot, but that's what I enjoy so tremendously, because it's a very 360 view of the entire sales funnel. So just remember that as a creative person in sales, you have to look at just about everything. Thank you. Over to you, Manju.
Thank you, Deepa. That was quite a very, you were thinking loud while you were discussing the topic. That's a nice strategy too. So please put in your comments on what Deepa said or any feedback for Deepa. Please take 20 seconds. Okay, so we are back to our session. So may I request Shania, would you like to take up the topic?
Sure.
Okay, so I can note down the hours of you while you speak. So our next topic is, what would be that one thing that can make you smile after a sales success? If at all you're planning to sell something and you are successful in selling, what would be that one thing that can make you smile after your success?
Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know, I am a writer at heart. I'm sure Mr. Bharat can vouch for me. When I write something, I create a beautiful imagination. Maybe there's a beautiful garden, people are lying down, they see the beautiful skies, they see the bright sun shining upon them, and the white clouds on the top paint a different image every time they move. And I bring out a product. Can anyone tell me what product they can see? Anyone? No. Just then, my main character brings out this beautiful shade of sunglasses. Something different, something they've not seen before. I present this pitch to my client, and my client absolutely loves it. My client can actually visualize it. I don't have to show them through pictures. I've done this through writing. And my client can actually see what is happening. They love the pitch so much that they're like, Sana, we'll move ahead with this. But there are a few things we can tweak up. They give me the feedback and I apply it the way they want it. And this goes up on social media. the feedback that the client is getting is amazing. And they share the same thing with me. And that is what gets me a huge smile on my face, because I know I've done an amazing job. And with that, I hope that every other client I get in the future, I get such similar, maybe testimonies, maybe reviews, anything. I get something similar and I can get a smile on my face. Over to you, TTM.
Nice, a great attempt, Shania. And most importantly, I couldn't note any R's. You're a very good orator. So that's what gives us next 20 seconds for everyone to engage your thoughts with what Shania said about testimonials and give your feedback if you can. Just 20 seconds.
I think, Manju, shall we stop here?
We are done with our time. Okay, so we stop here. And please continue practicing. Practice like a champion. Back to your Toastmaster.
Yes, thank you very much, Manju. Yeah, I really love that in your slide you integrated the lessons we learned through the workshop right in there. Makes it integrated very well. And yeah, thank you also all the speakers. I learned a lot about sales. Can we have the time for each speaker, please?
So for Eddie, it was 1 minute, 27 seconds. Cohen, 2 minute, 13 seconds. Bharat, 2 minute, 20 seconds. Deepa, 2 minute, 22 seconds. Sanaya, 2 minutes, 7 seconds.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Sue. So everyone is within the time limit. So are still in the contest for the award today. Yeah, let's have a 5-minute break from now before we start the evaluations. It's 20:02. So see you back at 20:07. But of course, we can chat here as well.
Vijayalakshmi ma'am, are you from India? Like the name sounded like one of my evaluation role models is distinguished Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi ma'am. So your name reminded me of immediately of her, and we always used to call her Vijay ma'am. So.
Yes, Mr. Puneet, I am also, my short name is Vijay as well.
Awesome,
Hope one day I become an evaluator like the one whom you are appreciating.
Yes, yes, definitely. All of us are here to learn. You are from India, like your name?
Yeah, from down south.
Which part of down south?
Chennai.
I guessed it. Even Vijayalakshmi ma'am is from Chennai. I'm from Coimbatore, actually.
Oh,
Southern Tamil
nice.
Nadu.
Okay. Nice to get to know all of you.
How long you have been in Dubai, ma'am?
I'm here since 99.
Oh, okay. 22 years. Okay, nice.
It's almost 22 plus decades.
Great to hear, ma'am. And how long you have been in Toastmasters, ma'am?
I am surrounded with Toastmasters. In that way, I can say I'm surrounded with Toastmasters who are motivating me for more than a decade. But to be very frank, honestly, I'm with Toastmasters only for the past 1 year.
Okay, happens. Priorities keeps changing.
Because of so many other responsibilities was there. And now I finished my 12th standard last year for the second time.
12th standard?
Yeah,
your
I studied again with my daughter.
Oh, God. I was also wondering, okay, you should aim for, I think you have a good scope of humor. I think that's your strength. You can bank on it for your speeches, table topic speeches in your future.
Humor is zero in me, Puneet, to be very frank with you.
But now
That's
you
what
demonstrated that. But you demonstrated. Anyways, it was good. And I think shall I ping you on WhatsApp? I did got your number and I've saved it.
Yeah, please do keep in touch.
I'll share a few materials also because I am supposed to attach few beautiful resources which can be beneficial to all. So I don't know how to attach it here. Maybe I'll take help.
No, you can send it by email or telegram.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, because ma'am, I strongly feel the more you practice, the better it is for table talk. No brainer, in fact. I thought, okay, let's share a few things whichever we go. I'm keen to listen to your evaluation, how it's going to come up.
Yeah, but here, what to say, everybody has done a good job.
And so you will do a better job, ma'am. Never underestimate yourself, ma'am. I always say, never ever underestimate yourself. But anyways, keen to hear your feedback and evaluation, how it goes on.
Thank you, Puneet. Just let me take a leave just to prepare that so that all your expectations don't go.
No, nothing, ma'am. I actually had like, ma'am, you know, DTM Amjad Ali, have you heard this name?
Yes, he conducts table topics 3 times a week.
I think that's
he's doing a good job. Really, it's a good platform for people who want to improve. And Sundays, whenever he conducts on Sunday as well. Sunday is the starting day of the week. And so if I find leisure time, I just, instead of going out, I just go into that meeting.
Awesome. I wanted to share that as for people who want to practice, but I think it will be 12 a.m. at morning 12 a.m. at Hong Kong. So I don't know how many people will be curious to attend that, but it's a good platform for people to network.
Yeah,
and also
it starts
practice.
Around 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock here in Dubai time.
And Indian time it is 9:30.
9:30, yeah. It's
9:30.
Right. It's right.
So people who want to improve their table topics, so Toastmaster Chan, there is a Toastmaster by the name Distinguished Toastmaster Amjad Ali, who conducts 3 table topic sessions a week. I'll share the link with you as well. He uploads these sessions on YouTube for people to self-evaluate, and it's a great platform for newbies to learn and grow out there. I'll share it with you on private chat, or I'll just I'll put the name of, I think today is Wednesday, and I think they meet on Wednesdays. Let me check, are they meeting today or not? It can be beneficial, but I think it will be 12 a.m. in Hong Kong. So if you can wake up in the midnight, anyways.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing all your tips and also what other clubs are doing. I really love that about Toastmasters. You can be as fanatic as you will. You can do 24 hours speed training to become the best of the best. Yeah, thank you, Puneet. Yeah, so the break is up, guys. So we are going to the evaluation part of the evening. Oh, I will. Can someone, Cohen, can you mute Monju, maybe? Yes, so we have speech evaluator Deepa for Karuna's speech, and there is 2 minutes for the evaluation. Yeah, Deepa, over to you.
Thank you, Choi. So I liked Karuna's approach, which was, I know a secret and I will share it with you. And this secret is going to help all of you make money. So that was a very carrot and stick approach, very, very successful. And all of us being entrepreneurial, immediately our ears kind of perked up and we all sat and we listened to his speech very, very intently. So the first thing is he got our attention. with the very topic itself and with the introduction. And the other thing is, the second thing is that he also shared his own story. And the third thing is he made it sound so simple. So this is what I think he really excelled at. Now, what you may want to work on is that trying to understand the capabilities of your audience to figure out business financials. Now, I'm the kind of person, the very thought of taxes makes me nervous, and I just go running to my tax consultant. So for somebody like me, even though your speech sounded so good and everything sounded so easy, at the end, I'm left with a question. So I think you may want to work on that, on simplifying what when you say to get R&D investments reimbursed from tax, what you mean by that. And the other thing was, I like the way that you ended using the acronym, which was the word of the day. Very, very clever. But you could have repeated the expansion of the acronym, because even though I was impressed and I remembered that you used the acronym, if you ask me what the expansion was, I can't tell you. So maybe you should have emphasized that a bit. And things like eye contact, all that, I think you are a confident speaker and you are a very pleasant speaker. People want to listen to you. So I think all that is not really a problem with you. Vocal variety, maybe you could have used physical gestures a little more. And you are very comfortable. And to challenge yourself, keep going. And maybe simplifying financial matters could be something you could concentrate on, because obviously you do understand it well. Thank you so much, Karuna. All the best for your future speeches. And now back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Choi.
Thank you very much, Deepa, for sharing your wonderful evaluation. Can I have the time for Deepa's evaluation, please?
Yes, Deepa took just three minutes.
Okay, then we are moving on to table topics evaluator. And we have today the wonderful, and I'm sorry if I pronounced the name incorrectly, B.J. Yalaxmi in Dubai. And I would like to ask you to introduce yourself to us, as you are, for I think first time in this club. Over to you.
Hi, thank you, Chair. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. As requested by you, I'm Vijay Lakshmi here from DGTC Club. It's a community club that is in Dubai. I'm associated with this club for past 1 year, and I was really happy when yesterday Toastmaster Manju has requested our president asking for support, and I'm very happy that I got an opportunity for this. Okay, I'll share a bit of the thing at the end, like how I have accepted for this. Okay, so going here, let me go on to my evaluation. As music is just a melody to ears, Toastmaster Manju's creativity is like an icing on the cake. Amazing creativity you possess, Toastmaster, that is DTM Manju. Thank you, and well said, well done, a good job you have done. And coming towards the table topic speakers, a journey of 1,000 miles start with a single step. Really proud of you that all of you connected well with the theme of education session that Puneet has done today and taking up your topics quite well. And being first time to the club, I'm not sure whether how many of you are first time takers for table topics, but I really appreciate all of you just popping up immediately as soon as the table topic master called on you. So, well, like Mr. Eddie is not here, but still, I'll just try to appreciate. Yes, idea was really good. He carried a big smile, and the vocabulary of him was commendable. The second speaker, Kohn, who talked to us about boosting sales success using a single minute. He grabbed all our attention. I really liked it. And the idea you put forth, Kohn, regarding the group activity was a fabulously shared with all of us with a good vocal variety and tone modulation. And the third speaker, Bharat, who talked about the creativity work to get more happiness to your customers. Like he had a power of convincing the audience as a customer. Even he was so powerful, even though he had a bald head, but he was so powerful and he was very strong in his idea that he can go and sell a lotion and a tone of oil that could help people to grow hairs on their scalp. I really appreciate your courage, Mr. Bharat, and I like that. And our fourth speaker, Deepa, brilliant idea of yours and the conversation and the view of yourself putting the customers in front of you and viewing their requirement through your eyes was an excellent ideology that you put forward. Your spoken language was very clear and it was clearly understandable. Job well done, Toastmaster Deepa. Then coming to the youngest speaker of the day, Toastmaster Sania. A fantabulous opening with an innovative ideology, which is portraying your capability as a writer as well. And you took us along with you with your strong power to convince that even without a gadget, just with your words scripted, you could do a big sale. And that would bring a smile on your face when the customer is happy. Really a good job done, Toastmaster Sania. With this, I would go for a general evaluation about a feedback on how we can improve a topic, because all the Toastmasters here did a good job. I did not find anything in particular to point out that something was missing, but being this as a virtual meeting, I appreciate if the speakers have removed their virtual background so that your gestures can be easily felt and the audience could capture your gesture and body language. That was the only thing I wish I should share with you, and all of you did a good job. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Vijay Lakshmi, and also much appreciated that you could facilitate this on a much short notice. And I think that your tip about the virtual backgrounds is really very useful, because I actually never considered that. So thanks again.
Yeah, thank you once again. If time permits, I would just like to share a small quote and why I took up this. Is time is permitting?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
yeah.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. See, usually I'm a reader, but I would say I'm not a reader of storybooks, like self-help books. Yesterday, when I was reading something, I read a saying which goes like, do not say no when an offer comes to you for an action that you're not experienced. Say yes, and you have time to prepare yourself before the bell rings. When I saw this around 4:30 or 5 yesterday evening, I was wondering what a bad quote it is. How can a person say yes to an action what they cannot do? How can they justify themselves? But after that, following Toastmaster Manju's messages in our group, Jinesh called me and said, can you please support Manju? First, till my mouth, it came no. Then the quote came into my mind. I said, okay, why can't I do it? I said yes to him. Then I knocked the door of Bharat, Toastmaster. Here again, I didn't know what role I was going to do. They said evaluator. Yes, fine. I accept it. I really like that role. Then they said table topic evaluator, which I have not done as a Toastmasters. Then there was a debate going on in my mind. Should I say yes? Should I say no? I don't know what guts I got. I said yes. Then I was exploring in the time I could do. So I just want to put forth to all of my fellow Toastmasters here, when you get an opportunity, try to do it. Don't see what will be the result. Maybe I would not have delivered to your expectation the role that was given to me today, but I can promise that it's an experience for me and a stepping stone for me. And sure, I will be a better evaluator for a table topic for the same group or for some other group in a different division or a country. Thank you for the opportunity once again.
Yeah, and thank you very much for this wonderful explanation. The next time my mouth wants to say no, I'm going to think about what you said and be inspired to rise. So thanks again, and I hope you will join us more often if time permits you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so let's go over to the reports. May I invite Ms. Sanaya to give us her account report. Over to Ms. Sanaya. I'm sorry, you're muted.
Good evening, everyone. I'm the R counter for today. As noted before, I will be pointing out all the R's, ums, and this. I will not be individually picking out, but saying it collectively. So for today, there are 54 R's, 19 ums, 1 13 so's, 1 like, and 13 repeats. I will be giving the individual report to your VP Ed, and I hope that everyone rises to the occasion and make sure that they try preventing using such clutches. And over to you, TMOD.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sanaya. So the timers report we already had. Okay, over to distinguished Toastmaster Cohen for as grammarian, the grammarian reports. Over to you, Cohen.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Today, we had so many people using the word of the day. I've heard Bharat, Eddie, Choi, Karuna, Manju, Deepa, and Sanaya. Let's give everyone a clap. Good job, good job. So this is what I heard. Rise above the challenge. Opportunity to rise. Rise, R&D, investment, sales, and excitement. I heard your acronym. Rise to the occasion, rise to a different level, and rise to the task. So these are different use of the word rise, and especially you can see rise up to a certain challenge, overcoming that challenge. Good job, everyone. Now, I heard a lot of good use of the language today. I heard get everyone pumped up, get everyone excited about our meeting, and to deliver our impromptu speech, speaking on your feet. And Puneet has so many good use of the language. He said, practice makes perfect. Slow and steady wins the race. Time and tide waits for no man. Repeat and rinse. Point, reason, example, and point, which is a common Toastmaster technique. Science is a boon or bane, is it good or bad? Chronological manner. Playing to your strength, know what you are strong in. Document your stories. This is a very common technique that most champion Toastmasters will tell you. Have a little book with you to record anything that happens in your life, because someday you might just need that story. Your story resonated well. Karuna, the speaker, this is what I heard. Present with clarity, lifelong learning, state of the art, lessons we learn, and many other words. And from other people, music to our ears, icing on the cake, journey of 1,000 miles start with the first step, which is from the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. That was the good part. And what are some of the things we can be aware of in our Toastmaster journey? Number one is really our pause fillers. I'm guilty of it many, many times, often, but we really need to think about pause fillers. Pause fillers are something that, as the word suggests, we do not need. But it is a form of thinking. We do it unconsciously. Now, in terms of our professional setting, if you have too many ums and ahs, that might not sound very professional, especially if you're a salesperson. So there are quite a couple of people who do that, chief of which is our president. He used a lot of I just use an Choi, you might like to look into it as well. Karuna, in your speech, you have quite a number of Deepa is the slow and long it is her style of And for Karuna, you said you started your speech with text is boring. Now I shall try to do my best not to keep you not bored. Although this is not a part of language, but I would like to use it as a form of framing. Now you want to frame your mindset of your listeners right at the start in the right way. If you think your topic is boring, your topic will be boring. So even if it is a boring subject, play to your strength. Play to something that, as your evaluator said, something that your audience want to hear and your audience will want to hear. That is all for today. Great use of the language. Good use, just to be aware of our pause fillers. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Poem. Yeah, I think now it's time to fill in who you think is the best table
I will
topics
now
speaker.
run the poll. I will now run the poll. Wait, I cannot run the poll. Oh, Bharat, who is logging on using the division account? You might have to log out, please. Otherwise, I cannot run the poll. Is it Karuna or Bharat? So maybe can log out so that I can run the poll.
Or we could just give you a private message, Cohen?
No, because I would not be able to, as in the Zoom chat?
Zoom chat.
All right, I will write down the names of our 5 speakers and you can vote.
Is the poll there?
The poll is already there.
The poll is there. There's a poll.
So let me just give you the names and vote for the best table topics. Because today we only have table topics. We have 5 speakers today. And you may privately message me, reply me privately.
No, I have already launched the poll.
Can you see?
I can see. And I've replied on that and I've sent you a direct message also.
Already received 7 replies, 8 replies already there.
Oh, I can't see. Why is it that I can't see? Hang on. Let me log in or something.
You can give me your choice there. Meanwhile, Choi, you can ask the timer to send to speak up because she's also not introduced herself. He's a guest from Singapore.
Brad, you just run the poll because I have no access to it, and you just.
I have already got the result. Only if anyone has not voted, can directly message to me. I have the winner with me already.
Yeah, Miss Sue did introduce herself shortly. So, yeah, Miss Sue, do you have anything? Yeah, anything? We are very interested in your background, so of course, please share. Feel free to share what you would like us to know about you.
Okay, I thought I introduced myself, but never mind.
She did.
Yeah, Bharat cannot get enough of it. So.
No, I mean it's the timer report is also part of the report already. She gave bits and pieces, but on the agenda she's there. No?
Okay, so maybe maybe you can do a summary again.
So for the table topics evaluator, Vijaya Lakshmi, she took 3 minutes 57 seconds. I didn't count the introduction and the part that she shared about how she got on why she took up this role. So I just took the time for her evaluation. Sanaya took 37 seconds and Cohen 4 minutes 5 seconds. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Shu. Mr. Bharat, can you please announce the winner of the table topics today?
Can we have a drum roll, please? Everyone open your speakers. No drum rolls? Yes. The speaker is the youngest speaker, Sanaya Parkar. Karuna, can you show us the ribbon card or something? We have a ribbon for her. Or I can give her a background ribbon and then we can take a picture for her. Meanwhile, Cohen, can you take some pictures?
I have a ribbon. Let me pull out.
No, we'll mix it up and we'll send it out separately.
Okay, there you go. That's for you.
Yes, yes. Just the ribbon on the screen. Let me.
It makes me wonder why Bharat knows that that is the youngest speaker. Am I the only one who's curious about this knowledge?
I was invited here by Mr. Bharat, so probably that's why.
Oh, yeah. Did you have to also disclose your age?
I'm not the youngest. Maybe Puneet is the youngest. I don't know, but I just guessed it.
The youngest.
Very dangerous, Mr. Bharat.
Yeah, why not me? Why am I not the youngest?
Because I know Sanaya is my daughter's age, so and everyone here is my age.
We know that you just turned 60, so hold your horses.
Yeah, we are not 60.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, close for the president.
Okay, so here I am with you, standing in for Eddie as the president today. Eddie already had made some announcements in the morning. I will repeat that. We are going in for some big workshops, not with 10 people, with 50 plus or even more in hybrid settings. And we would be looking for support from all the other clubs. Our club mentor Ajay has already promised that we will be having joint meetings with other entrepreneur clubs in India, 4 or 5 of them. Then we are having from Dubai Podcaster Club, the president is going to do a workshop. Steve Bruce is going to do a workshop on LinkedIn, and the world champion himself has agreed to do a workshop somewhere in February and in March. That is, if everyone knows, 2013 world champion Vasilev, Press Vasilev. So let us rise, take this challenge. We have been struggling on membership, and Vasilev has sent a special message that we can involve the entire district and other districts also, because we can be a global entrepreneur club. And from this very event in March, and before that, these 2 preceding events, which will give us the leverage or the experience to go into the bigger event, so that we can do justice to the workshop speaker, creating awareness and whatever efforts he is being putting into it. Let's do this, rise above as our grammarian and my fellow co-sponsor of this club, and what all the charter members had envisaged, that let this club be a window or be a door for our entrepreneur journey. So with this, I would really shout out to everyone. For the next meeting, we have contest. In these 15 days, try to visit at least 5 clubs. See how they are doing the table topics. Our workshop speaker today, Toastmaster Puneet, has already told you the mantra is practice, practice, and practice. And no amount of training or workshops are going to help you other than practice. And practice can only happen on a stage. Go challenge yourself, go to other clubs, If you want me to arrange some meetings for you or some openings for you, do let me know and I will do that. And wishing you all the best of luck. We have just come out of Diwali and a lot of celebrations here. Let the celebrations continue up till Christmas, New Year, and then the Chinese New Year, and these 3 workshops. And let us rock. With this, I adjourn this meeting. I declare this meeting closed. We can stay on. We can stop the recording. We can have an informal chit chat as we did our GE today. And let us have a journal chit chat for 5-10 minutes after this.